Say hello! This is her! Ignore all the pillows, they're getting aired out. Let me just close all these windows so I can hear myself think, and so I don't freeze to death. It's fall, so we have the fan for the hot days, and my sister's space heater for the cold days. It is currently a cold day. Let me just be the first to welcome you to my moving castle! Can you tell it all how crazy happy this thing makes me? Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the basic information you need to know. Around early July, I was like, I'm still living at home, and I think I probably will for at least a while yet, but I live in a pretty small house. In a small house, there are 8 people living. There's not a lot of space just for me, for a workspace just for me. Anyway, long story short, I bought myself a trailer around early August. I was hunting for one of these for ages, trying to find something that was the right size, right distance away, right price. Do you know how few things fit into all those boxes? But lo and behold, one Saturday morning, there it was on Facebook Marketplace. This trailer, this beautiful blue retro mess for a price well within my price range. So now, I'm working on fixing this thing up. Let's go over all of the history on this already. We have cleaned almost everything. The previous owner of this trailer had used it as a kind of tool shed inside his barn for a while, so this thing needed a fair amount of TLC. I'm talking mouse nests in the drawers. We've de-rusted a lot of elements, including this range. Don't ask me why it's not put back over there yet. One of my first projects was this door. I'll put in a picture of what it looked like when I first got it. I had to put it back together with screws. My brother made that center panel for me at his HVAC job. I replaced the screen. I took the screen out of the door and cleaned the glass. We fixed the handle. We even found the key. The previous owner said as far as he knew there was no key. Found it in here. We've resealed the roof. Hallelujah. And applied vent caps. You couldn't see anything in that shot. Neither could I. We've removed and cleaned all the handles in this place. Look at that shine. And as you may have noticed, we've hooked up the electricity. Currently, that only means about 3 light bulbs to my name, but more lighting fixtures are forthcoming. This is not something you can see, but we've also opened all of these windows basically every dry day since I got it to get all of the mold smell out of here. If you didn't know, camper roofs tend to leak a fair bit because they don't have a slope of any kind, they're just flat. This hadn't been resealed in a long time, and there were a couple leaks. Thus the reason why we're airing it out, and why we resealed the roof. Let's move on to some things that still need doing. We've got to replace the lights. We've got to either replace or cover up some of the spongy wood that's no longer molding, but definitely still needs replacing. We've got to reseal the roof. In case you're wondering, why yes, that is Smokey Bear. And no, I was not the one who put him there. We've got to either replace or recover these cushions since they don't look amazing and they don't smell very good either. And lastly but not leastly, it seems kind of important to cover up this hole in the floor. And that's just on the boring practical side of things. That's just to make this place habitable. There are fun things to do too, like hopefully painting the cabinets, putting up decor in here, storing snacks, important things like that, that are not as important as, say, resealing the roof or replacing / fixing up the pillows. And since I've mentioned this thing on my Instagram before, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. Do I plan to live here? No. That is not currently in my plans, mainly because there is no place to hook up water out here, so I would be completely without sink water, toilet water, shower water, drinking water. Therefore, living out here is basically out of the question because of that, and this is a pretty small trailer. I have too much stuff to fit out here. Therefore, what will I be using it for? I will be working out here. I'll be doing a lot of writing stuff out here, editing, projects, hanging out, spending time by myself sometimes. This is just my space. This isn't a living space, but it is my space. Insert a joke about MySpace, the website. Right here. What is the vision? No one's asked me this, but I like to share it anyway. The vision for this is rich colors, cluttery decor, like kind of a Studio Ghibli movie kind of vibe out here. I want it to be very rich and warm and welcoming and beautiful. I'm picturing some deep greens, some rich reds. I'm hoping to put some stained glass decals on some of these windows so that they're very cute and vibrant and gorgeous. I need to put up curtains too. And a couple people have asked me how they have not heard about this yet since I've had it for a couple months, and honestly, that's just because I've only brought it up on my private story on Instagram like twice, because I'm kind of worried that nobody actually wants to hear about it, and I'm just putting up a lot of fuss for nothing. But a lot of people have asked about it, so clearly somebody wants to hear about it. So yeah, this is my moving castle. Now I gotta go scrub the floor.